Example of a PCC car built in 1942. If you stand back, kind of look at it, if you watch old movies, it kind of looks like those old buses in the old movies. Right? So they wanted to compete with the buses. They called them streamliners because they were more aerodynamic than the older cars. They were made of aluminum, a lot of aluminum to be lighter weight. Also, they went from two-man operation to one-man operation. Up until that time, the streetcars were designed to be run by one person, or two people. What allowed them to do this was the fact that these cars were run by foot controls. You'll notice the car we are on today, it's hand controls. Well, how did that make a difference? Well, now here's the concept. Remember, safety doesn't matter. The guy could drive the car with his feet and make change with his hands. That allowed him to go to one-man operation. Is it safe? I don't think so. But that's where they went to with these cars. And they did actually help. They helped revive, in many cases, streetcars. Eventually, nothing helped. So there was many thousands of these. Pittsburgh had hundreds of these. This particular one actually was at Forbes Field, ran in downtown Pittsburgh. Clearly, you can tell by looking at the car, this has not been refurbished or anything like that. All of the stuff to do it is actually inside the car. We do not have any plans at this point in time because we already have 3 of these that operate. Yeah, they're not exactly this model, but 3 different PCC cars that operate. So we're questioning whether we need to really spend money on doing a 4th one.
The white one they were moving around, was that a PCC
That's,
car?
that's the last PCC car to run in Pittsburgh. That car came out of service in Pittsburgh in 1996. And you know, if you're from Pittsburgh, it looks a lot like the T. They were going to make about 15 of them into cars to supplement the T. And they actually spent about $1 million a car rebuilding those cars. And then they had an accident. One of those cars going down through, you've been through the tunnel, going down to Station Square, lost its brakes. Went through the tunnel, jumped the tracks and slammed into the building that sits on the corner of Stanwick Street, right down at Station Square. And they decided at that point they didn't want to use those cars anymore. Fortunately, nobody was seriously hurt. The operator knew what was happening. He told everybody to get to the back of the car. The car was not crowded. They all got to the back of the car, and all they had were bumps and bruises. I was in the car right behind them. Wow. I sat this, we were sitting there, we saw it lose control and go through the tunnel. I was on my way to, I was teaching downtown, I was in the car. So, they did